Nobody likes me. And now supper's delayed. Here, I brought you some stick candy. One little bite to eat before supper won't ruin your appetite.
Captain Keller, how am I supposed to get to eat your supper when you're filling up with all that garbage?
You tend to your work! Ah!
Miss Sullivan?
Here, at last. I've been on trains so many days, I thought they must be backing up every time I dozed off.
I'm James Keller.
James. I had a brother, Jimmy. Are you Helen's?
I'm only half her brother. You're to be her governess?
Well, try.
You look like half her governess. Mrs. Keller, Miss Sullivan.
We've met every train for 2 days.
I changed trains every time they stopped. The man who sold me the tickets ought to be tied to them.
You were shrunk, Miss Sullivan?
Yes. You didn't bring Helen. I was hoping you would.
No, she's home.
Oh. Do you live far from town, Mrs. Keller?
Only a mile.
Well, I suppose I can wait 1 more mile, but don't be surprised if I get out to push that horse.
Helen's waiting for you too. There's been such a bustle in the house, she expects something, heaven knows what. I expected a desiccated spinster. You're very young.
You should have seen me when I first left Boston. I've got much older on this trip.
I mean, to teach anyone as difficult as Helen.
I mean to try. They can't put you in jail for trying.
Is it possible even to teach a deaf, blind child half of what an ordinary child learns? Has that ever been done?
Half?
A tenth?
No. Dr. Howe did wonders, but an ordinary child? Never. But then I thought that when I was going over his reports, he never treated them like ordinary children. More like eggs everyone was afraid would break.
May I ask how old you are?
Well, I'm not in my teens, you know. I'm 20.
All of 20.
Mrs. Keller, don't lose heart just because I'm not on my last legs. I have 3 big advantages over Dr. Howe that money couldn't buy for you. One is his work behind me. I've read every word he's ever written about it, and he's not exactly what you would call a man of few words. Another is to be young. Why, I have energy to do almost anything. And the third is I've been blind.
Advantages.
Well, some have the luck of the Irish, some don't.
What will you try to teach her first?
First, last, in between, language.
Language.
Language is to the mind more than light is to the eye. Dr. Howe said that.
Language. We can't even teach her to sit still. You are young, despite your years, to have such confidence. Do you inside?
No, to tell you the truth, I'm as shaky inside as a baby's rattle.
Don't be. We'll do all we can help and make you feel at home. Don't think of us as strangers, Miss Annie.
Strangers aren't so strange. I've known them all my life.
Captain Keller! Captain Keller, they coming! She sure enough came, Captain.
Welcome to Ivy Green, Miss Sullivan. I take it you are Miss Sullivan.
My husband, Miss Annie, Captain Keller.
Captain Keller, how do you do?
A pleasure to see you at last. I trust you had an agreeable journey.
I had several. When did this country get so big?
Where's like the trunk, Father?
Where Miss Sullivan can get at it, I imagine.
Yes, please.
We've put you up in the upstairs corner room, Miss Annie. If there's any breeze at all this summer, you'll feel it.
I'll take the suitcase, thanks.
I have it, Miss Sullivan.
I'd like it.
I couldn't think of it, Miss Sullivan. You'll find here in the South,
Let me.
few women as the flowers
I have
of
something in it for
civilization.
Helen. Thank you. Now, when do I see her?
There. There is Helen.
Katie.
So,
Well, she's very rough, Katie.
I like her, Captain.
Certainly rear a peculiar kind of young woman in the North. How old did you say she was?
Well, she's not in her teens, you know.
She's only a child. Well, what's her family like sending her off this far alone?
I couldn't learn. She's very closed-mouthed about some things.
Well, why does she wear those glasses? I like to look a person in the eyes when I speak
For
to
the
them.
sun, she was blind.
Blind.
She had 9 operations on her eyes, one just before she left.
They expect one blind child to teach another? Has she experienced at least? How long did she teach there?
She was a pupil.
Katie. Katie, this is her first position?
She was valedictorian.
Here's a house full of grown-ups can't cope with the child, let alone a half-blind Yankee schoolgirl to deal with her.
Great improvement. Now you have 2 of them to look after.
You look after those strawberry plants.
Nothing I say is right.
Then why say anything? Don't be long, Captain. We'll have supper right away.
After everything I've went through, and that's how I look. Oh, now the drawers. All right, Miss Sullivan. Let's begin with doll. D O L L. D O L L.
You spell pretty well.
D O L L.
Finding out she's ticklish? She is. What is it, a game?
It's an alphabet
Alphabet?
for the deaf. How bright she is.
You think she knows what she's doing? She's a monkey. She imitates everything.
Yes, she is a bright little monkey, all right.
She wants her doll back.
When she spells it.
Spell. She doesn't think it's a name even.
Of course not. Who expects her to now? All I want is for her fingers to learn the letters.
Won't mean anything to her. Doesn't like the alphabet, Miss Sullivan. You invent yourself.
Spanish monks under a vow of silence, which I wish you'd take. Cake from Washington up north. It's the best I can do. C A K E. Do what my fingers do. Never mind what it means. Good. If you get that down fast, maybe I'll steal that back too. Now. D O L L. Think it over. L. Imitate now, understand later. End of the first lesson. Oh, you little wretch. No one's taught you any manners. Out. Helen. Helen? Helen, let me out of...
Buffalo gal, you coming out tonight? Coming out tonight? Coming out?
Don't worry. They'll find you. You're not lost. Only at a place. And toothless. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, it hurts. Andy, it hurts.
Keep that brat shut up, you. Can't you, girlie? How's about getting sleep in this ward?
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
Jimmy.
Shut up, you.
Annie, when are we going home? You promised. Forever and ever. You said forever. Annie, Annie, you there? It hurts. Annie.
Little girl, I must tell you, your brother's going on a...
Supper's ready. Jimmy, will you call your father?
Certainly. Father, supper!
No need to shout. I've been cooling my heels for the last hour. Sit down.
Certainly.
Viney?
Mildred went directly to sleep, Viney.
Oh, yes, that babe's an angel.
And Helen had a good supper.
She didn't seem to have much of an appetite.
Well,
Oh,
now,
dear.
can't say the same for my part. I'm famished. Katie, your plate?
But where's Miss Annie?
In her room.
In her room? Doesn't she know hot food must be eaten hot? Go bring her down at once, Jimmy.
Certainly. I'll get a ladder.
What?
I'll need a ladder. Shouldn't take me long.
What should it take
Jimmy,
you?
do as I say. Go upstairs and tell Miss Sullivan that supper is getting cold.
She's locked in her
What
room.
on earth are you talking about?
Helen locked in her room and made off with the key.
And you sit here and say nothing?
You tell me not to say anything.
Look in the back for Helen. See if she has that key.
Yes, Miss Katie.
She's out by the pump. Miss Sullivan, are you in there?
Oh, I'm in here all right.
And there's no key on your side?
Well, if there was a key in here, I wouldn't be in here. Helen took it. The only thing on my side is me.
Miss Sullivan, Not in the house, 10 minutes. I don't know how you managed this.
Even I'm not on my side.
Barney, put that roast back in the oven.
She has no key.
Nonsense, Katie. She must have the key. Have you searched her pockets?
Yes, she doesn't have it.
Katie, she must have the key.
Would you prefer to search her yourself?
No, I would not prefer to search her myself. She nearly took my kneecap off this evening when I tried nearly to... Put that ladder back!
Certainly.
She could have hidden the key.
Where?
Anywhere, under a stone, in the flower beds, in the grass.
Well, I can't plop the entire grounds looking for one key. Jimmy!
Sir,
Bring me that ladder!
certainly.
What is Mildred doing up?
Captain welcome, ma'am. All that hollering.
Miss Sullivan? Are you in there?
Captain Keller?
Come out.
I don't see how I can fit. There isn't room.
I intend to carry you.
No, it's very chivalrous of you, but I'd really prefer to go down.
Miss Sullivan, follow instructions. I will not have you falling out of our windows.
Captain Keller, I'm perfectly capable of going down the
I
ladder
doubt it,
under
Miss Sullivan. Now, climb onto my shoulder and hold on tight. There we are. Now, simply hold on to my neck, Miss Sullivan. Ah! My neck, Miss Sullivan!
I'm sorry to have inconvenienced you this way.
No inconvenience, other than having that door taken down and the lock replaced.
I'll look everywhere for it.
All right. Please do not look in any rooms that can be locked.
Thank you.
Go on. Back to your work. Now, can we please just have supper for once, like a normal family?
Viney, serve supper. I'll put Mildred to sleep.
Yes, Miss Katie.
Well, might as well leave the LADDR, huh?
You devil. Oh, so you think I'm so easily gotten rid of? You have a thing or two to learn first. I have nothing else to do. Nowhere else to go. And nobody here has attempted to control her. The biggest problem I have is how to discipline her without breaking her spirit. But I shall insist upon reasonable obedience from the start of Helen! Oh. Ink. I-N-K. Ink. And has a name. Here. Down. Under. Up. Be careful of the needle and... Fine. If you keep out of the ink, I'll keep out of trouble. Now, where did that pen go? There you are. These blots are her handiwork. All right, let's try temperance. Bad girl. Good girl. Very good girl. Here. C-A-R